Today we're going to be talking about the pivot. Now the pivot plays an important role in producing the speed and power in our kicks. So we've discussed in a previous clip the importance of foot position when we're performing our kicking kihon and how that carries over to the way that we're performing the kicks in kumite, and the importance of beginning and finishing with the foot in exactly the same position so that you have good control of where you're putting the foot down after you throw the kick in order to set up further attacks or defend a counter that might come after you throw that kick. Today we're going to be talking about the pivot. Now the pivot plays an important role in producing the speed and power in our kicks. What we sometimes see is that people, rather than pivoting as they throw the kick, will actually just step around into the kick, both from a kihon position, so from our fudodachi or heisokodachi, and kicking around from there, which basically looks like as we go from one kick to the other, they're basically stepping the foot down into that outwardly rotated position. And then the same thing from our kumite dachi, fighting stance, as you're throwing the kick, basically stepping around into the kick. And both of those ways of kicking will decrease the momentum and the ability to actually use the pivot in our kicks.
Thanks for watching, guys. If you haven't already, please check out my book, The Science of Striking, a complete guide to strength and conditioning for combat sports.
So what we want to do is, as we throw the kick, as we're lifting the kicking leg, we're starting to pivot on the supporting leg. And then as we're putting the kicking leg back down, we're rotating the supporting leg to face forwards again. So if you're in the early stages of your training, it might be something that you really want to focus on, making sure that as you're kicking, you're getting that nice pivot at the same time as you're bringing the leg around and extending into a mwashigeri. Even if you're in the intermediate or advanced stages of your training, it may still be something that you want to check how you're actually throwing the kicks in your kihon and see if that translates into your kumite. And if you do find that you step into the kick even a little bit, it might be worth having a dedicated time where you're spending a bit of focus time working on your pivot, and you'll probably find that the kihon feels a little bit more smooth, and that carries over into more effective kicks in your kumite. So I hope that's useful. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Awesome.